Many ways you can go with this one, Jackson. Your category, music. Music.
Music. Hey, that's easy. I'm a music guy. My dad grew up. When I grew up, my dad was a classic rock DJ, and my mom was the only white woman in a gospel. So that should kind of tell you something where I came from. You know, where I grew up, I was the white kid. You know, I could break dance a little bit. I can bust some hip hop, so I can get along with anybody. You know, I coached at a school where I was the white coach too, so I had to impress those kids by getting out there and showing what I got, whether it was old school hip hop, new school hip hop. Really, it's whatever you're in the mood for, you know, and music's great in relation to sports too, because when you got a football game or something like that, you need to get in there and listen to some DMX, you know, to get fired up. Problem is when you start rapping along with the lines and you realize you're the white guy, so you gotta throw the ninja in there instead. You got to be careful right there so your boys don't beat you up in the locker room. You know, sometimes you just want to be smooth. You want to get back with your lady. You need to throw on some old school Al Green. You need to get your stroke going. You need to get your flow going. So it's kind of whatever's in the mood. And music can get you guys pumped up. You know, especially living around here when you got a lot of baseball fans and you guys get out there between innings. You can't always play the same thing. You can't always play the stadium rock. Sometimes you need to throw the country to get people happy. You need to throw the hip hop to get people happy. The classic rock. It's really whatever you feel. The bottom line is, you know, at the end of the night, you're going to go to bed, you're going to put on some music. Everybody has different opinions, different moods. It's just really whatever your flavor is. I'm a guy who can really go anywhere. So, hey, I love music, and to me, it relates to sports beautifully.
All righty, there you go, Jackson. Hang on real quick. Let's get some thoughts there. Let's go to our new judge this evening, Andy Johnson. You guys work a lot of music into Buffalo Wings.
We do. I think music is a big part of any show. And I thought one of the good things that you did was you told personal stories. And I think whenever you tell a personal story, it allows that listener to connect with you and understand where you're coming from. You talked about your dad, you talked about your mom. And then at the end, you connected it back to sports, which is great because at the end of the day, this is still a sports show, male-filtered topics, but it's still a sports show. So all in all, you seem confident. I thought you were improved from last week, and I thought you did a good job.
All righty. Mike has survived his Syracuse near heart attack. No?
Well, they lost, so I haven't really survived.
Well, I know. So you need something. What do you listen to after a loss like that?
Well, a lot of listeners know I'm a big metal fan, but I did grow up listening to rap as well, being one of the only white guys in a very diverse school listening to rap. But I think you should have stuck with that all the way through. You had a general theme, which was good, but that was the most interesting part. Your stories about growing up when you listened to rap and you had to throw in ninja in there. That was really cool, but keep to that and slow down a little bit. You kind of were speeding up as you were going on and telling the story. Remember, you're pacing yourself. You got to have a good tone as you're going on, so slow down a little bit too.
All right, let's get a quick word from Coach Isaac there. It's a big, wide open topic, which is...
Yeah, I think that threw you off. It was just music. It wasn't something specific, and that's hard. So this is a lesson for the other guys that go that I loved the white-black thing. I mean, that was great. It's personal experience. It's funny. People can relate to it, and I'm completely with Lynch that I would have stuck with that. That's your whole 2 minutes. You just kind of rambled in there about music. There was some good parts, but the cautionary tale with that is if it's one word, think of you got to get more specific before you kick off. I don't think you knew where you were going with that. You took it to some good places, but if you knew where you were going with exactly what you were going to do as a topic, then I think that it could have been better. But it was still good, and you're one of my favorites.
Can I say something to kind of piggyback off you to everyone else? Details sell stories. When you're in radio, it's the theater of the mind, and you need details. You started out so strong, so to everyone else, to what Rob said, find the details of the story that you're telling and, you know, what the locker room looked like, what it smelled like. Those little details sell the story, and that's what creates the mental image, and that's what gets people involved. So that's a little something for anyone else that's going to go up and is going to go down that road.
All righty. There you go, Jackson. Nice job.